KC, it's the activist Alonzo Washington. I'm in the house once again, coming to you on your YouTube page, saying what's up once again, and peace be on to you. We need to promote peace because there's too much violence going on in our community. Now the KC crime fighter was able to help the police crack another case. Now it was a case that everybody knew about. It was known to be a right to life case. Michael Todd, he was a young man that was shot. Now it came out that it was a self-inflicted wound. However, it wasn't a self-inflicted wound. I began to get tips all about somebody else shooting him. In fact, it was supposed to be his cousin. Now, you know, behind the scenes, his cousin was checked into mental institutions, also did some time on other charges, and a lot of people knew about it. Now, I was trying to get some of my tipsters to go to authorities, but they wouldn't. So, you know, they wanted to come to me so I could get the situation worked out. I talked to some Blue Springs investigators, and they were thinking the same thing, and finally, you know, this case has been resolved. You know, it's a sad commentary because I don't want to see a 16-year-old go, well, at the time he was 16, go to jail. You know, perhaps it was accidental. I heard two things. I heard that, you know, it was about some drugs and they was fighting over the gun, and then I heard it was just totally accident. Whatever happened, the young man could have came to me. If you know of a situation like that and you're dealing with it, come to me and I can help you with it. Now, I think this young man probably would even been jailed for this if he just would have came out and said it was an accident. But once again, it was hip to give tips, and you got them on to me, and I've been able to jump in there as the KC crime fighter and help investigators get some of the clues that they need. Now let's get to something. I'm playing Nelly in the background. I'm trying to get out there to the Lou, baby. I'm trying to get out there to St.Louis, man. I'm trying to get down to the Arch, and I want some tips. I don't want no tip drills. I want some tips. I ain't running no credit cards through nothing. If you watch Nelly, you know he was infamous for running a credit card through the backside of a black woman, and you know, I ain't down with that. So my credit cards will be going to fighting crime. They're not gonna be swiping nothing, you know, tips, not tip drills. Now I'm gonna tell you what I want the tip to be about. There is a missing child. Now we're coming up, this week was the 4-year anniversary of Christian Ferguson. Check him out. Handsome young fellow there. He was abducted. A lot of people think his father set it up and did it, his birth father. Now, I worked with his stepfather and his actual mother trying to bring attention to this case. This is the cover of my American Forgotten Children comic book. You got Omega Man there, and you got this other handsome guy here right there. That's me. And it chronicles my efforts to bring attention to missing black children and the Precious Stowe case. And for those of you who don't know, I eventually end up solving that case. Also, I did some trading cards on Christian Ferguson. Try to get up there. See, that's Christian Ferguson. Mega Man shining the spotlight on them, and Diamond and Tiona Bradley. Now, if you got tips on any of these cases, get with me. Holla at me. Holla at me. Holla, holla, holla. I need your tips. I need your tips, not tip drills. I need your tips. Now, here's the deal here. It's the 4-year anniversary, and it's a special task force. St. Louis authorities are asking for tips, and they're re-examining the case of Christian Ferguson. Now, if you got a tip and you're not comfortable with the police, and you get into this whole snitching nonsense, you know, I don't want to be a snitch, I don't want to be a snitch, they end up in ditches and all that old crap, come to the KC crime fighter. I got God with me. I'm not afraid of anything. God's with me, and he's going to give me the power to help people, as I've done in the past. And all I want to say is that this young boy needs to be found. He needs national media attention. So Fox News and all the people that was coming up here, you know, I sent a press release to the Fox News when they were talking about, and all the media, when they were talking about Sean Hornback in Kansas City, Missouri. When they were talking about that, you know, I just more or less said, hey, here's another child missing from St. Louis, not Kansas City, Missouri, but St. Louis, Missouri. They're all in that area. They found 2 kids, and they called it Miracle in Missouri. And, you know, it's misery in Missouri, because we haven't found this little boy, and nobody's talking about him on a national level. And it's a task force. So if you got a tip, you can go to omega7.com and send me a tip there. My email address is omega7toys@aol.com. You can go to my MySpace page, myspace.com/Alonzo_Washington, or you can call me at 913-321-6764. Now I'm gonna try to put out a release to let the local St. Louis media know that you can get tips to the KC crime fighter. You know, a brother from your community. You know, St. Louis is like a second home to me. You know, I go up there to the expos, I go up there and do cases, and the people treat me real good, and they seem to remember me too. You know, they're like, you Omega Man, I bought your comic books from the expo. I know the news people, my girl Vicky Newton's up there, I'm real cool with her. Vicky Newton, I'm saying peace to you if you see this. And, you know, a couple of other people up there that I'm pretty tight with. And I want to find Christian Ferguson. You can give your tips to me. You can call me. You can send me an email. I need information. I want to find this young boy. I want to know if everything's okay with him. Remember, it's hip to give tips and hit me up. Holla at me. Holla at your boy. Holla, holla, holla. Peace.